Welcome here to the second round cup draw. We're here at Aintree, sponsored by Krabby's. They've been very, very kind to put on this year's second round prediction cup draw. What they've basically done is they've got all the gladiators together, the 16 that remain in this competition, and they've put them on the back of 16 stallions to fight it out to see who's going to get to the quarter final. And they're off here and over the first fence. And there's already been some controversy as Leroy's been reinstated into the race. He's back into the competition basically because two gladiators didn't submit in the last round. But as you can see, we're all off here. There looks to be a bit more than 16 gladiators out there. I don't know if some cheeky so-and-sos have decided to gate crash this race or what, but the competition still stands for the 16 and we're off. One of them's gone, and it looks like Kyle on Ruby Light Horse 15 has gone on the third fence already. Wow, what drama we have here at Aintree Prediction League second round cup draw, as we already have one gladiator down on fence 3. I can't believe it, I've barely got my breath here today, and we've already got one gladiator of the 16 down, and it looks like there's another, that looks like it's Timmy Tentoes. Timmy Tentoes is also down on fence number 5, and what a start to this Prediction League cup draw we have as the next stallions go over. Look at the gladiators, and that doesn't look like one of our guys on fence 6, that looks like one of the gate crashers, so we don't care about him, as there's some riderless horses, some headless horsemen go over fence number 7. We've already had 2 gladiators down, Timmy Tentoes and Kyle, so that makes pairing number 8 already sorted. Wowzers, I've just made a mess of my trousers as the gladiators climb over fence number 8, and there's another fall. In fact, there's two gladiators down on fence number 8, and it looks like Mark and Paul Scott. Mark who's riding Ballycassie, and Paul Scott who's riding Balthazar King have both went down on fence number 5, and there's pairing number 7 already sewn up as well. Core, blimey, that's 2 ties sewn up by fence number 8 of the Krabby's Prediction League Cup Draw second round. Holy smokes, what a start we have here. There's still 12 gladiators competing, although it does look like there's more of them out there because of those tow rags who've just decided to find a horse in the field, couple of donkeys, and start this race with them. So here we are, probably about a quarter of the way through. I've barely been able to keep up with what's going on here. I've just about got enough time to catch my breath to tell you where we're at. So basically we've started off with Barlow on horse number 1, Lord Windermere. Also competing is horse number 2, Many Clouds, written by gladiator Paul Beattie. Number 3 was Timmy Tentoes, who was riding Unius, but he's already gone, as has Paul Scott has gone, who's riding number 6, Balthazar King. Oh, honestly, I don't know where I'm at here. Horse number 4 was Scouse Pete, Rocky Creek, he's still in. Gabe, number 5, who's riding First Lieutenant. Number 7, Ian Temple, who's riding Shut the Front Door. 8, Whitey, who's riding Pinot de Ré. 9, who's gone, Gladiator Mark, who was riding Balcassi. He also fell on fence number 8. Number 10 is Jonna, who's riding Spring Heeled. 11 is Tupac, who's riding Rebel Rebellion. 12, Quagmire, who's riding Dollar Toulouse. 13 was reinstated, who was Leroy, who's riding Montperain. 14, Hob, still in the race, is riding Night in Milan. 15 was Kyle, unfortunately was the first to fall on fence number 3, who was riding Ruby Light. And finally gladiator number 16, who Bacardi Gav, who is riding the Druid's Nephew. Whoa, look at these stallions go, they're so quick. Wow, I can still hear the commentator saying Rocky Creek, so that is definitely good news for Scouse Pete out there. Look at them anuses riding up towards this fence. What a fantastic sight. And look at the crowds in the background who've came out to witness this cup draw. Now I know who's definitely in that crowd there. It's both Barlow and Youngers Missuses, who they said they would never miss a cup draw in all their days. They cannot get enough of these cup draws, and they've travelled all the way down to Aintree today in Liverpool. No doubt they'll be having a couple of shandies after this. But look at the excitement that they've all come over. This is fence number 18 here. Bukaki Gavi's looking good, as is Barlow. Look at them out there at the front, striving for greatness. They all want to be in this quarter-final cup draw. I can see Quagmire. Look, he looks like he's struggling at the back there as we come over. We're still all in there. These must be the strong gladiators. There's no fallers now. Looks like we're heading into fence 21 here, if I get me bearings right. Yeah, that's still right. I don't know where Barlow is and Lord Windermere. I can't see him kicking around. I'll tell you who's a cheeky shout on this one. It's looking like Paul Beattie, who's riding many clouds. I tell you, he's a dark horse in this race. He looks like he's sniffing around 4th and 5th, ready to pounce. He'll probably come in the back doors knowing him. But I tell you, he'll have something to say. Shut the front door, Ian Temple. Now, I've seen him. He was having a turbo shandy before the race. I see him, he was psyched up ready. And look, there's a woman with a black flag. What is she doing, the nutter? She was waving her flag. She didn't care if she got run over by a horse. Crikey, we've seen it all now. Look at them go. Hopping those bushes. We're still going. We're still going strong. Oh, what is this? What's happening? There's a guy in a white hat and he's falling off his pony and he doesn't know what's going on. It looked like it might be Bukaki Gav actually. I've seen that face before. He has not got any idea what's going on. And I think my producer's telling us in my ear that Barlow's also gone. Barlow's got his missus. Oh, she'll be spitting chips in the crowd. She'll be so disappointed. And there's another one. That one's a white horse. Look, it looks so different from the others, but it's carrying on. The horse, he's determined. His jockey's not. We're still going here. Oh, we're looking well. We're looking good. I tell you who's also gone. I think Rebel Rebellion's gone. I can't see him. That's Tupac. Tupac, I think he's gone as well. And look at the rest of them steaming ahead. I heard him mention shut the front door with jockey Ian Temple. That means he must be still in the chase. So I'll just recap where we're at the minute. We had the two first fallers was Timmy versus Kyle. That was tie number 8. The next two to go was Mark and Paul Scott. That was tie number 7. The next two were Bacardi Gav and Barlow. That was tie number 6. The next ones to go was Tupac, I believe. So he's now waiting for the next faller or the next ones to go. But I can see who it is. It's Quagmire who's right at the back. Backstack and crack. So that's tie number 5. We've got Quagmire and Tupac. Oh, and Monbeth, dude, he's pulling up as well. God knows who's riding him. I tell you who we've got here. In 18th position, we've got Hob, who's just beat Scouse Pete in 17th position. Then we have Gabe versus Johnny, 16th and 14th respectively. Then we have Whitey, who's just finished in 12th, who's just got a place against 11th Leroy. And the winner is Paul Beattie. Paul Beattie's just pipped Ian Temple to it. 4th and 5th respectively. What a race. What a race. So tie number 1, Beattie versus Temple. Tie number 2, Leroy versus Whitey. Tie number 3, Johnny versus Gabe. Tie number 4, Scouse Pete versus Hob. Tie number 5, Quagmire versus Tupac. Tie number 6, Bacardi Gav versus Barlow. 7 is Mark versus Paul Scott. And finally, tie number 8 is Timmy versus Kyle. Holy macaroni, what a prediction cup draw that was. Thank you very much, Crabbies, for putting on that event.